Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'll be looking over a Tesuji that was played in an AI game. I have the AI's name and the player's name. The AI is white and the player's name is black. Both 9 dons on Fox, of course. I do not know their names though because I do not read Chinese. So yeah, if you can read it, there you go. If you can't, just know that those are the players on Fox. That I found this game. And so this is actually a 2-stone game, which is actually a little strange because most of the AIs can give 4 to 5 stones to 9 dons on AIs. So I guess this AI is a little weaker than other AIs. But still, they show us a very cool Tesuji. And starting off with the 3-3 invasion, it's a little strange because usually you want to do this variation when you have a ladder breaker. In this case, it would be in the lower left. So that when black pushes and cuts, black can't ladder. And in this case, though, you can see that black can ladder, and it goes to the black stone there. And the next moves are kind of all dependent on this ladder. And so you'll see that the AI is really trying to get black to have to fill in the ladder. So attach. Again, normally not a great move, but when there's a ladder to contest, black might have to Tenuki at some point to fix the ladder. And you really do want to fix this ladder, so we'll assume that the ladder is good for white. Black really doesn't want to give up this cutting stone, so black would fix somehow. And you can just see that the upper stones here, the 4 black stones are weak, and the stones on the right are weak as well. And if you play one side, white can attack the other, and it's just not great. So that's why you want to be able to ladder this. In this case, so black can ladder. So white is trying to get black to have to spend a move in order to get 2 moves elsewhere. But black plays very strongly here, even Atari's, and this is actually fix the ladder still, even though white has those stones. We can see that even with the stones are in the lower left now, the ladder still works for black. So white still needs to try a little bit more to be able to make this ladder work, like so. So white cuts, and black just Ataris and gives up the 1 stone. So white already gained a little bit here locally because in most cases, if they Atari here, I'm going to Atari to the side and try to capture. But of course, with the ladder, black has to back off a little bit. So white's already gained a little bit with the presence of this ladder. Now, it is important to note that even after this, right, if black goes elsewhere, the ladder actually is still working for black. So white did gain a bit of a profit, but the ladder is still fixed. Now, even though the ladder is still fixed, I think it was probably in black's best interest, and yeah, you can see that the ladder is still okay. So I think it was still in black's best interest to play some ladder breaking move. Now, this is the most Honte move, but it's considered pretty slow. So nowadays you'll see moves like this, which you can see really limit the amount of ladder breakers white can get, and basically makes there to be none. So I think this move's very playable here. I think it's a good move. But black tries to tries to play fast and say, okay, since the ladder is still good for me, I don't have to play there right now. And so white again starts with attaching. And again, white is trying to get attachments to try to get forcing moves against the ladder break. Because again, it is pretty important, that ladder. And white doesn't want to do just something generic like, I don't know, I don't even think this is a ladder breaker, but white doesn't want to do something like this because there isn't much gain for white. So that's why white's trying to do it in a very forceful way so that white, can just get a better result locally. Because again, white is okay with losing something locally, like assuming this works. White's okay with losing something locally when the upper right is so important. So so white attaches. This, of course, doesn't directly threaten the ladder, but white is setting up ladder breakers, Atari, and then attach. So again, white is trying to set up ladder breakers. That's the key. And this is why, as black earlier, I just want to just fix. There's no reason to keep that potential ladder on the board. So again, the specific moves don't really matter here. Just what's important for this video is the ladder breakers. Is white's trying to make ladder breakers. So black ataris or hanes, white cuts. Black extends up, white extends down, and now, hey look, black's made a ladder. So this ladder I won't show it, but it will barely miss this white stone, and we'll go down to the side of the board there. But whenever you have two ladders on the board, you can look to connect them. And so this is again, everything led up to it, but this was the highlight for the video. For the specific one is white went here, which is such a brilliant move. So what is it doing? It is a double ladder breaker. So if black fixes the upper right ladder, then white can pull out the ladder. And you can see, as opposed to just capping initially, white's actually getting a very profitable position on the bottom. And if black fixes this ladder, then white can pull out this one. And again, even though it's not immediate danger for black, you can see if black tries to save the upper right, then the right side gets destroyed. So it's just very bad for black. So that's why earlier I really wanted to just fix here. Now that's all for the video. Now I will say the game actually just black actually just ignores everything, and actually just ends up dying in the lower right and the lower left, like so. But that's not what was important for this video. I just wanted to show this cool double ladder breaker. This move here, so cool. And again, you can see white wasn't very blunt about it, or white was very blunt about it. Everything moving forward was, I'm trying to make a ladder breaker. All this is trying to make a ladder breaker. All this is trying to make a ladder breaker. So it's very, usually AIs are pretty sneaky, but this AI is just like, nope, I'm making a ladder breaker, like so. And yeah, so that's the move. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but I just like how white set up the position, and how when white was trying to make a ladder break, you can see white's positions. White isn't throwing away stones. Like, white isn't playing useless moves to make a ladder breaker. All the moves still make sense. So yeah, pretty cool move. So I guess I didn't really give you a chance to find the move, but let me know what you think about this move in the comments. I think it's a pretty cool move. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, that's all for this video, and I'll see you all in the next video.